Hi everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to analyze an interesting stock, Virgin Galactic. The founder of this particular company is Sir Richard Branson, and as you know, he recently entered into the space, and he is the first billionaire to do that. And we want to see how wonderful is his company, Virgin Galactic, in this particular video. So we basically want to look at the trend and also the target for this particular stock. So if you have some position in this particular stock, or you are thinking about entering into this particular stock, this video will be right for you. This is Shah&Co. Please like, share and subscribe to the channel. We're going to start very soon. Okay, so now let's begin our analysis. So it's going to be a very quick one. So you see that first thing we want to identify what trend it is right now, this particular company. So we can see that the low is here, and then the low is getting higher, right? And then the low is getting higher, and the high is also getting higher, and the high is getting even higher. So when the low is getting higher and the high is getting higher, we say that this particular stock is in an uptrend. So we can double confirm it by using the trend line as well. We can see that when we connect the upper and upper and try to connect the lower with the, let me do it now. So when you try to connect the lower with the lower, so you can see that the move is in an upward direction. So that actually basically in a way tells us that this particular stock is in an upward trend. We can also confirm this, we can double confirm this by using Fibonacci. So let us try to use Fibonacci now. So I'm going to use this trend based Fibonacci. So we're going to have two loops. Okay, basically the idea is we're going to study the we want to see what is the high target, it's a low target. So if the high target is repetitively achieved, we say that this particular stock is going to trend upward, provided that the lower target is not achieved. But when the lower target is keep achieved consecutively, but then the upper target is not achieved, then we say it's going to go lower. In a sideways market, both upper and lower must be achieved, the targets upper and lower achieved, or it can be the case that both upper and lower targets not achieved. So we want to see at which stage is this particular stock. So let's try to take this Fibonacci retracement tool, and we will take from the low to the up and to the low, and we can see here. Okay, so the stock took a long time to move up, so buyer took long time to push up, but the seller took very short time to pull it down. So in terms of theory, we have to use level 0.618 as our target. So our target is, so okay, let me adjust a bit. Okay, you see our target is somewhat achieved, somewhat touch in the first attempt. So it touch here, around here. So if I were to highlight it, so it touch, but this is not yet, it isn't passed through yet, but around this area it passed through. So this is where we say that the target is really achieved. Okay, so now our high target is achieved. So that's a good news. We want to check the second loop. So we also have a second loop. So that was the first loop we looked at. So now we're going to look at the second loop. So from down here to the high, and then to the low here, right? Okay, now I see the buyer took very long time to go up, the seller took very short time to go down. So the target is going to be at 0.618 as well. So, and we can clearly see here the target is also achieved. In fact, the price went above that, right? So now we see two consecutive loops, the up target is achieved. So that's the good news, and we want to see similarly what happened to the down target. So we want to make sure the down target is not achieved. So let's try to do it. So this is the loop here. So this is a loop. This time we go down and then we go up. Okay. So now we can see here. So the seller took very short time to pull it down, but the buyer took very long time to bring it up. Okay, to bring it up. So that in theory tells us that the buyer is having less sentiment compared to the seller, because seller can sell it low and fast in a fast way. So the seller sentiment is stronger compared to the buyer. So what we will do is in terms of Fibonacci level, we'll go to the level 1.618. So you can't see that level here because we have 0.2, 0.3, 0.5, 0.6 all the way. 1.618 is further down there. So definitely the low target is not achieved. Okay, so the good news we have here is both the high target achieved, the low target is not achieved. So this again confirmed to us in a very strong manner that this particular stock is an uptrend. So how does it help you? It means it actually helps us give a bit of confirmation to us that this particular stock is going to move upward in an upward direction. So now we saw just now our target around this area was achieved, right? So just now we saw that. So what will be the next target? So since that target is achieved, what will be the next target for this particular stock? So we're going to use our resistance line to identify that. So you see that this is our resistance line, the top line. So this particular stock is going to hit up somewhere around here, above here. So it could be around the price range around it is below $80, so somewhere around 75 to 80. That's what we are targeting right now, because the Fibonacci targeting is achieved. Now we are looking at the resistance. So if you are holding stock, this particular company stock, Virgin Galactic, if you're still holding, you can still hold it until it touches that particular resistance. So you might want to sell it just before that, because usually when you hit the target, usually the pull down is quite fast too, so you might have more losses there. So you might want to sell just before the touching of that particular resistance line. So that is a strategy we can use. So if you're thinking about buying, so you have a very narrow kind of profit that you can gain. If you enter somewhere here, you only have a very narrow gain for the profit. Okay, so it's not that in terms of reward risk ratio, it's not so rewarding, but you might want to try, because somewhat we expecting, because we already confirmed that this trend is in a high trend, it's in an upward trend. We have confirmed it using different techniques. So it's pretty much confirmed that it's an uptrend. So we pretty much expect that this particular stock will hit that particular resistance line. So you can use that confidence to do your trading. So this is the first part of my analysis. In the next part of the analysis, I'm going to talk about the strength and the power analysis. So that also will help you in analyzing this stock and taking a position. If you're thinking about selling, it's also going to help you. And also after that, I'm going to do the third part about the reliability of our analysis in terms of the strength analysis. So then the next video is just immediately after this. You can look at the end screen. I have put in the end screen. You can just continue to watch if you are keen to invest in this particular stock, or if you want to understand what's happening in this particular stock. We're gonna do a 3-part analysis, because we're gonna go a bit depth in it. Okay, so if you like the way I presented to you, if you gain some new knowledge, please like, share and subscribe the channel. We will see you in the next video.